Hey diddleberries and dudettes and fellow Skookanites, it's Teddy here, the T of A&T Adventures, down here at Port Tartartage. Well, today's mission, try not to fall over as many times today. Try not to drop the phone in the water like I did the other day, you may have seen that blooper. And also to have fun. So, I've got the Mini 6 high banker from Adventures in Gold Prospecting with the 6 to 8 extension, so dream mat on the top and the expanded over moss. But normally I run it on my little power pack with Craftsman batteries, and today I want to try running it with the 1-inch gas pump. I've got the dream mat speed banker down here as well, but today I want to give this one a whirl, and I'm going to be working some of this juicy material here. I'm going to probably start with some of the lighter stuff up there and just see how the pump works and how the mini banker likes it, and then because I'll have more water pressure, I'll try some of the muddy clay stuff. So that is today's mission. I'm going to set the pump up, I'm going to get the high banker going, and we're going to move some dirt and have fun. Absolutely glorious down here. A little bit overcast, but that's good for me. It means I might sweat a little less. Yeah, I'm going to get set up and get playing. Yeah. Well, so far so good. I'm not falling over. Some nice water pressure coming off the 1-inch. We got some dirt. Now this shovel's a little big for this hopper, but that means I can take it nice and easy and not shovel like a madman today. I'm going to slow down a little. Yeah, you got a capture zone at the top, Jarvine ripple over minus moss, stream mat, and the expanded metal over minus moss. So, I'm going to get playing. I'm not very good this year at keeping my lens clean, so I do apologise. But, yep, I'm going to run some dirt. Of a hopper on the Mini 6 means you have to feed it a little bit slower, but to be honest I like it for one person. You need to slow down a bit on feeding it. Keep an eye on your grizzlies, you know, in case there's any of them special nuggets. You never know. You push it all through too quick, you can miss stuff. Don't get me wrong, on the larger units, at the end of the day I flatten out the oversized tailings, I run the gold monster over just to make sure. silence. So as I said, I'm not killing myself today, although I'm hot already. I've done 60 shovels. Made a nice little hole there. I know it's 60 because I use my special arithmetic pan. Every 10 shovels and a stone goes in. So, we've done 60. Can we see anything? That's the top capture zone in this Mini 6. But to be fair, most of what I find is under the Jardine riffle, a little bit in the Dream Mat, and then so far I find nothing in the extension, expanded over minus moss. So yeah, there's 60 done. I'm going to have a little break, grab a drink, and then I'm going to get back to it. I don't know, I might jump onto the speed banker because of the destruction zone on it, and I might get rid of this little area of clayey mud soil because the destruction zone, as I said, works really well for that. The jet points back and literally creates a boil box in the back there. Still Jardine riffle over miners moss into the Dream Mat dredge mat. So I might jump onto that just for a laugh. Just something different, spice it up. That one feeds material a lot quicker. So I might move it closer to save me walking. Move it to there somewhere. And then I'll shovel straight in and get rid of that lot. That's what I might do. But I'm not going to clean the Mini 6 out just yet, because as I get down to there, or if I need a slower pace, then I might jump back onto that. But I've got a little pile of oversized tailings, so I'll have a break and then carry on. Stay with me. Okay, kids. So I've set the Dream Mat speed banker up. I'm going to loosen some of this and then just process it through. It's pretty good at getting rid of everything. One way, no tailings, no oversized tailings that is. But now and again, say every 3 shovels, I like just to check. Right, that one. Just get them out of the boiler box. Yeah, a lot more clay, roots, soil. This is just a lot quicker than processing it. I forgot to count my shovel. 3. I think I'm on 12. So I'll call it 10. One rock. Yeah. So that's 100. 100, because there's 10 rocks in my pan. 100 shovels from that top stuff, and I'm down to decomposing granite on the bottom. Very happy with that. The Dreamer speed banker munched it away. There's my tailings. So yes, I think I'll head over to this noisy thing, turn her off. I might keep you with me and we'll have a little look, see if we can spot anything. We like that. Ooh. Feel like a little billy goat today and not falling down yet. First a look of her. The Jarvine riffle over Miners Moss at the top. And that's the thing, when you turn it off, it's so hard to see into the sails because they obviously all dance while she's running. But yes, I'm going to have a Mountain Dew Zero, a cigarette, and then I'm going to strip both of these down and clean them out. I'll do them separately, and if I use this lovely rock over here for the tripod, I'll get the buckets and I'll clean them out separately. And then we can take them back, pan them off, and see how we did, just for fun and games, because that's what I like to do. So we'll say blue bucket, blue speed banker, grey bucket, because I don't have green, for the green Mini 6. So you can watch me do that in a minute. But I can grab a break first. Okay. Absolutely epic down here. I do love Port Tartartage. Lovely little place. But yep, back in the mo. Okay then, time to clean out first of all the speed banker. Starting with the hopper. Catches off. Nice and gritty. Into my lovely tray. Now there is a little back catch. Need to remember to get. Nice and clean. And then underneath that we have some Miners Moss. bits in there still. I'm not overly worried because I'll be back working it anyway. We've got some sands and gravels underneath where the miners moss was. So I'm going to move the tray round. Pulling out the dream mat. Nice and clean. And pouring some water on top. Tad more. And Daddy Dozy. Minus moss back in. Tree mat nice and clean. And the hopper has got a nice lip on the front edge. Sits in. And the lip just catches over the tree mat. The tree mat dredge mat. And that is it. As far as the dream mat speed banker is concerned. Luckily I have a couple of little streams here around me to assist. That is it, all clean. Job is a good one. And part of the reason I love dream mats so much is the amount of comms you get. And that's it. That's it for the comms. I honestly think you get more comms from the Jarvine Riffle and Miners Moss than you do from the dream mat itself. There's that one. I'm just going to move this over a bit. Because I want to sweep over my tailings with the gold monster once I'm done to make sure there's nothing big left. The Mini 6 are clean out. Mini 6 I do the top hopper, Jarvine Riffle with Miners Moss underneath and the top section of Dream Mat. And so then, onto the Mini 6. This one's a little bit more fiddly. Got 2 wing nuts and washers on the top hopper catch zone. And then you've also got 2 wing nuts, 2 washers and a plate for the Jarvine area. That also keeps in place the Dream Mat. Now I like to keep a little pick tool handy for this bit. It's a little bit tricky getting in there sometimes. just makes life a little bit easier. So under the expanded metal there, you've got a piece of miner's moss. You've also got a bit of E-matting. I keep thinking of adding a piece of E-matting under the miner's moss on the speed banker. I just haven't got around to it yet. It's on my list. There's a little bit of debris still in there. Whilst I'm here, I'll use my lovely pick tool just to get out any rocks stuck in the grizzlies. That's it for the top section. So the matting back in. Miner's moss back in. And obviously you can't see all this from there. But do you want an in-depth look at how to strip not only the speed banker but also this Mini 6? I don't know, is that interesting or boring? You let me know. Let me know in the comments. Now this video today is not a comparison between the Dream Mat, the speed banker and the Mini 6, because I honestly think they've both got their own place. The Mini 6, as you've seen previously, can run an electric bilge pump, or like today, a 1-inch pump quite happily. But for one person taking their time, or you want to pack it out remote, I think it's ideal. Or if you're taking it slow and easy, maybe a crevicing. So you're getting a bucket or two of material at a time. As you may have seen on the pay dirt giveaway, I was feeding it with a scoop from Buckets Classified, so it's really ideal for that, and especially if you've got it running on the bilge pump, and I use the Craftsman batteries. It's silent running, nice and peaceful. But I did 60 shovels through this today on the 1-inch pump, unclassified, and yeah, it was a little bit slower, but it was easy enough. So I've taken out the plate. I've taken out the plate and also now the Jarvine riffle. A few little stones stuck in the perforations. No nuggets. Again, this is where the pick just comes in handy, getting your fingers under the mat. All packed with gravels. Oh, and I did see a piece of gold there, but most of it will be inside anyway. But a few times I've cleaned all these out separately and tested them, and a fair bit gets caught just in the top. The bulk of it in this one under the Jarvine, and then a little bit more in the Dream Mat. And as I mentioned earlier, I hardly see anything in the extension. Some more gravels. I'm doing this all arse about face. Trying not to get in the way of you. With the dream mat. I see a couple of little pieces. A couple. And that's that clean. There's some gravels at the top, so I'll wash them down. But bearing in mind, I'm not doing the extension today. So any gold there is now in the extension, ready for at the end of the week. I use it as a little bonus surprise. Organic. So I put the rib on first. Followed by the miner's moss. Now I put in the dream mat because I like it to sit just on top of the V-mat, but below the miner's moss. That's the way I like it. Jarvine riffle in, the plate on with a lip on it. The lip just pushes down on the dream mat. As you can see, the speed banker is speedy in all aspects. It's a lot quicker to clean out as well. So that's everything all back together. My wee pick tool, very handy. And as I said, the cones from the Mini 6 can go in the grey bucket. And that should concentrate from the Mini 6. So, all nice and clean. That one's nice and clean. 2 buckets. That one, Mini 6. That one, the speed banker. So I'll move the Mini 6 over a little bit. I'll check that tailings for the speed banker. That tailings for the Mini 6. I'll check them with the dream mat. We'll go back to camp and pan these off and see what goodies we find. But I think we did quite well there. 160 shovels today, so not a huge day, but it's something. Dirt going through the box, and I'm here until end of September, so I have time. So let's get back to camp. I'll bring you back if I find any good nuggies. Otherwise, we'll get back to camp and we'll pan these out. Yeah! Okay then, folks, we're back at camp. So let's pan these off. We will do grey bucket for green for the Mini 6. We'll see what the Mini 6 has to offer. Not going well. That's better. Oh yes, we have a sprinkling. A shower is on its way. Clean bucket. So we should do the mini 6 first. Voila. Now I've already put some gold drop in the water. Drop some of that surface tension. Get some gravel in there from the other day. Give me some room. Good stratification. Doo-doo-doo. Now, do you want to see me pan all of this? Some do, some don't. If you don't, feel free to fast forwards. So yeah, it's the 1st of June. First guests are not with us until the 24th of June, I think. So we've still got another 3 weeks of prepping and playing and getting things ready. Got some new trails I want to open up. We have a exciting project happening here, back at the Roadhouse. Not going to tell you much yet, but it's an exciting project that Blake's been working on. We have our chefs, Heather and Matt, arriving in the next couple of days. It's either tomorrow or Wednesday. So that's good. Mechanic Steve is still around, although he's not staying with us anymore. He's got his little lady friend. Not going to give personal details away, but you will see him in and out throughout the season. We've got some projects to go up at Portage that we're still working on. And we'll also have a couple of new faces. We've lost an old face, Dee Dee. She's back this year as a guest, so you will see her, but she's not on crew. She'll be with us for 3 weeks. But we have 2 new faces who are going to concentrate on the dredging. But I hopefully will introduce you to them tomorrow. Because we're going to go out and I'm going to show them Deadwood and give them an idea of things going up in there. Now that was a quick, easy pan. The beauty of Portage over Deadwood. Portage, we've got a lot less black sands and a lot less heavies. We'll have a little perusal. I see colour. Some of the bigger ones out of the way. Now remember, this was the Mini 6 Adventures in Gold Prospecting high banker, but I did not clean out the extension, remember. I don't know if you can see it there. I'll bring you in a minute. Clean it a tad more. I am back at the Roadhouse, so I apologise for any cars in the background going past. Yeah, this was 60 shovels on the Mini 6. There's some real nice wiry stuff in there. It's mosquito season, as you can see. I'm just trying to get this as clean as I can for you for a quick perusal. So yes, I'll give you a look at this. There we go. How's the results of the 6-inch. Now again, this wasn't a comparison. This was just Teddy having fun. And as I said down on the creek, both of the Mini 6 and the Speed Banker, they have their place and the best utility. I'm just going to pop it in that pan for the minute. I'll pop that to one side. And now we'll do the Speed Banker. Now we obviously ran 100 shovels on the Speed Banker. So there'll be a little bit more cons. Don't forget there's no classification with the Speed Banker. You chuck it all in. I know I didn't classify on the Mini 6, but you've got the Grizzlies there doing the work. Another one empty. Get rid of some big ones. These panning tubs have been out in the sun all day, so the water's nice and warm, unlike the creek. I feel the weight difference in this pan. My favourite gold pan of choice, the Garrett Gold Trap. I like the difference in size and the angle on this back edge. Yeah, you'll have to let me know. What do you like watching more? What do you want to see? What do you want to see from Teddy? Do you want to see an in-depth run and stripping of the Mini 6 and the Speed Banker? Or the Proline, or the Keen? We've got a variety here. I just enjoy playing with the new stuff. And I love Dream Map. I really do. But what do you want to see? Just shoveling dirt? Crevicing? Extreme crevicing? That's where I just bust open all the bedrock. Not yet, but soon we'll have dredging. Only because it's too cold for me to get in the water at the minute. I can wait a couple of weeks, it'll warm up. Do you want to see me panning, or do I just skip this part and take you straight in for the reveal? Do you want to see the new trails and new areas I'm going to try and open up down at Portage? Bit of tree cutting, trail making. Does that interest you? And skeeters. I didn't put any DEET on today or any bug dope. It was okay up Portage, but back here at camp they're a little bit rife. Suppose I'd best get practicing for the speed panning competition at the Miners Picnic this year. I managed to win it last year, 30.9 seconds. No, 30.1 for me, 30.9 for Miss Dee Dee. Oh, coming down to the last bits. No, it was 60 shovels on the Mini 6, and this was 100 shovels. Getting down to the nitty gritty now. Now I know I do the wash back a bit backwards. Most people have it facing towards them, like that, when they do the wash back. But I'm strange. I like it. Wash it away from me. Allows me to watch up the top here a lot better. And also I like to think it gives you a better view as well. I don't think there's a right and wrong way of panning. Well, there is, because you could lose it. But everyone has their own style. Well, I don't think it's fair to say one was better than the other, because one we obviously only did 60 shovels, the other one we did 100. But I think there might be a little bit more in this one. Is that because it's the way the speed banker processes the material? Or did I take the shovelfuls from a slightly different spot? Even though it was the same hole. I suppose this one was more further down in comparison. But it was just me out there having fun, showing you me having fun. And I would like to say that I did not fall over today, so I was happy about that. So that is from the speed banker. Some good looking shiny. And then this one was the Mini 6. So for 160 shovels and me having fun, I'm very pleased with that. Very pleased indeed. It all go in one because it's all going in the same snuffer bottle. Yes. I hope you liked our little adventure today. And don't forget, let me know. What do you want to see? What do you want me to do? Because I'm out here until the end of September. We'll have the guests out. Do I do weekly videos again? Capturing the guests' adventures and their activities? Or do I concentrate on the equipment? Or the actual digging? Or the scenery? What do you want to see? You let me know. But for now, I will leave you with that. Our haul for the day. I'm going to snuffer this up. I'm going to have a cup of tea, because that's what I do. And then I'll head in the roadhouse and get some dinner. But don't forget, get out, explore and enjoy. And enjoy yourselves. Bye for now.